Beach, San Pedro, Hurricane Gulch, September 2021. And we got, in this hole right here is about 7 knots, up there is 10, 11, it's been up to maybe 12 at times for the first race coming in noon. Coming up on 1 minute. Tide going out. Tide's going from our left to right, so maybe not a general recall. Usually this Perry fleet, the best sailors in California right here for kids, usually will be general recalls because the kids really push the starting line. We got 2441 in the middle, Bella and Stella. We got 0250, and we got 1686. There's 1686 right here, Tom. We're just above the line. This is not going to be a line zag start. And there's going to be lots of sculling. People are weaseling their way up to the line to not hit each other, and then to, it's a very aggressive start. Here we go. No line sag. I'm going to say, they're going to be a general recall. I'm going to call it. We're 1 second off on the sound signal over here, so they may only call a couple boats.
One boat giant.
Okay, they let that go. Remember, it took the sound signal a little while to get to. So that might have looked like people were very far over early, but sorry, I moved the camera, you guys, on that one. But the sound signal took a little while to get to us. So I do think there might have been a couple boats over, but I'm happy they let it go. I think it was a pretty even start. I was not correct. I thought for sure that was going to be a general recall. During race 1, I think we discovered for Tommy's, he's outside the spreader tip. Now he's at the spreader tip on the jib, but we got to get set up to where the leech is inside the spreader in this flat water. Now my call was, don't bear away in the light spots, guys. See that? The jib doesn't luff and you guys bear away. If the jib doesn't luff, don't turn down. You're sailing away from the next puff every time you yank the tiller towards you. But anyway, we gotta get leech inside the spreader. You just need more weather sheet. I think that's all it is. You have too much Cunningham on, maybe too much outhaul. But not bad. You're gonna be in the top 13%. But we got to remember that leech inside the spreader tip in this flat water and this breeze. Now really watch the spinnaker sets and see how they go up and they fill instantly. You guys fight me on this a little bit. It's not rocket science. It comes up and fills right away. Bam! It's not luffing. Repeat the sheet if you have to. It's really starting to get frustrating when we do spinnaker sets and the dang thing's luffing. Bella coming around 2441. There's Tommy 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. Tommy 10, Bella 14, 15. Great set. There's Bella. Now I'm happy with that rounding, but in the future you'll already have a plan way back there about what you're going to do. You went a little too low because you had a bunch of boats around you. So if we have a bunch of boats around us, we have to stay a touch higher on our sets, generally, not always. And then if we're by ourselves, we can dive real low. So that's just future planning. You get way ahead. Good job, Tom. But you got a lane in there, so pole is up. Very good. Oh, best set in that pack. I wish I'd have got that on tape right there, because that was the best set in that pack. Pole needs to go up. What you're going to see is you'll see tension on the luff and the leech open. Okay, good set. Teach the crew to really watch the spinnaker all the time. As you get better and better, you can look around more. But one thing you do when you look around is look at the boats next to you. See the spinnaker there? See how high it is? So you need to raise your pole, ease the sheet out. You'll see your spinnaker is tight on the luffs. The green tape is very straight up and down, where his windward tape is more curved. His pole's too far forward, but still, definitely need to pull up the sheet out, get the spinnaker up higher. And you especially look at boats way ahead of you because they're usually in the top. You'll see their poles are higher, their spinnakers are flying way out, up into the air. Until we're overpowered, we want the kite pretty far away from the boat. Once we get overpowered, we hold it in a few inches from there so it doesn't rock around in heavy air. No problem. Make sure you look at the other boats so you can see, you know. Like, look at that spinnaker over there, much higher, flying up. Yours is down. Cool, that's how we learn. We don't copy all the time, but we definitely look at other sailors around us. Okay, so we got Bella way over there, purple and yellow kite. She jibed and went that way. We got Tommy, hasn't jibed yet. Now, nobody really knows the current is going from our left to right, so jibing where Tommy jibed is good because the current's gonna move him down. So his ley line is earlier than it would have been without current. If there was no current, he could have come out further. But with the current going left to right, he wants to underlay those marks, which I don't think he knows to do that, but that's what he did it perfectly here. He's just laying the left gate with this current. Let's see what happens later. So Tommy's gonna be more back like 18th. Look at Bella in there. She's in 12, almost an overlap. So it looks like Bella's 12th overlap for 13th on the left gate. So we're gonna look at the exit angles here. And this end is further upwind. This guy, if I was gonna start a race right now, I'd be starting at this end. I think this end's further upwind. I'd be rounding this gate in front of us. His angle through the starting line is not perpendicular enough. He's more parallel to the gates. So he gained on that. This guy just gained. Definitely rounding this gate. Probably inside the spreader. Main is full tube locked and he just keeps it there. Not playing the main at all. Yeah, main inside the spreader a little. Same with them. Sails are tight. Tube locked all the way. This guy has bang on. I wouldn't have that much bang on it. But the wind is building. If you look, the wind is going to build quite good here. That guy's outside the spreader on his jib. I think his jib's a little loose. Their jib's a little too loose, and they're kicking butt considering they're sailing the boat like an FJ. But yeah, jib's too loose. More windward sheet, big time. They're really out of whack. They're just celebrating. So they needed more windward sheet, more leeward sheet, maybe. Did Tommy go around the other buoy? No, good, good. Okay, I'm proud of these guys. He just didn't see the wind. He's got to get sunglasses on. He didn't see the big hole that everybody else seemed to see. Seems like everybody bailed out onto port way earlier than he did. And when everybody bails, you got to suspect something. Race 1, second mark. We're looking at kites filling, how quickly. Sorry. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bella's like gonna come from 11th or so. Yeah, Bella and Stella are gonna be 11th here. that's Paige Tilson maybe right there. I'm not sure. And we go, oh, great. Pretty good set, ladies. Not bad. The crew goes for the guy, and the skipper goes for the sheet. I don't know why the crew reaches to leeward, heels the boat over to leeward. You keep the boat flat, the crew pulls the guy and then reaches back, and the skipper hands them the sheet. The skipper's a good crew. They can fly the spinnaker sheet for a second. I don't understand why people hold the spinnaker off to the side of the boat by grabbing the sheet right away. You pull the guy first, and then the sheet. Okay, there's Tom. He's going to be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we've got to get them going upwind. We've got to get their jib better. They should have been trapping with Tommy sitting up, I believe, in the windier spots of the first beat. But especially when they're in open lane. When you're in open lane and you got good wind, you should be trapping with the skipper sitting straight up. I just don't think that was working. And then downwind, we're going to work with you here. Finish of race 1, leaders. So the wind went left during this race a little bit, so that makes the committee boat end further downwind. One there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's gonna probably end at 12. Shane and Wyatt come in. 5, 6, 9, 3 there. There's Stella and Bella right there. Stella hiking. Getting a 12th the first race. Great job. So what do we need to do better for them? When they're hiking, if they get overpowered too much, they could just put a little more vang on and flatten the bottom of the main and ease the main sheet a ½ inch in the puff, just a little. But their Traveler looks pretty good. Completely two-blocked. And impressive that you can race an entire race and mostly hike, not even trapeze, and probably feel a lot better that way. It is a pig. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So Tommy's probably about the same. His jib is out too far. Holy smoke screens, what is going on there? And the whole top of his jib is luffing. So if your jib is luffing at the top first, it means your jib sheet's too loose. So the crew's got to look up there once in a while. Make sure it's not luffing at the top and not flying at the bottom. Yeah, I think his jib's out. That's going to make a big difference. Lose a lot of power.